So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goodbye. Today is Friday. Happy Friday! Woo! Yeah! So, what we're going to do today is you're going to just read a short little reading about the first emperor of China, Shi Huangdi. We talked about Chinese philosophies, Confucianism, do the right thing, Taoism, have a balance in your life. The ancestors, make sure you honor your ancestors, the family that came before you. And now this is the origin of legalism. Obey. Obey. What I want you to do is you're going to read this article about the first emperor of China, Shi Huangdi. And what we're going to do is wherever Shi Huangdi is doing something that's positive for China, got it? So, can we see that? Put it down here. I'll leave these instructions up. So wherever there's positive things that the emperor is doing, there you go. We're going to highlight good things, good actions for China in green. Okay? We're going to highlight negative actions in pink or red. Pink, let's say. Highlight good actions for China in green, negative actions in pink. So, get you started and give you a quick example. Let me get my highlighting tool. Let's get my green out. Hopefully this will be good. My life in China and Emperor Shi Huangdi. Again, my bruised body banged against the side of the cart. I'd nearly fallen asleep, but the road is a series of pits, ditches, and rocks. Even if I were riding in comfort, the road would be a torment. The man in front of me groans also, but he is unconscious. He resisted being taken, and his injuries are far worse than mine. Behind me, 2 more men are also bound and tied. Like the others who ride with me, I ride with my hands tied above my head, attached to a long pole that travels the length of the darkened, covered cart. I do not know what crime these men committed. All I know about myself. My name is Zheng Hui, and I was a scholar. I was a man of learning. I studied the writings of the great Chinese philosopher Confucius, and that is why I am going to be executed. Okay, this is kind of dark to start. Allow me to give my tale a little bit of context. As I said, I am a scholar, as my father and grandfather were before me. Many of my ancestors were also scholars. I've lived my life in a small city near the Yellow River, where I taught people to know for themselves what is right and what is wrong, as taught by Confucius. I remember well when our great divine emperor Shi Huangdi first came to power. From our small country of Qin, he created a great and powerful army. I don't know, maybe that's good. So he created a great and powerful army. One by one, he conquered the warring states of our land. So we became one land known as China. Okay, we became one land known as China. I suppose that's good. But he was brutal and ruthless. When his mother plotted against him, he had her banished. Okay, these sound like negative things. I don't know about for China. They don't sound good. But his mother plotted against him. He banished his mother. The man she was intimate with was torn apart by having ropes tied to his limbs, and the ropes in turn tied to horses. He was torn to pieces. That doesn't sound nice. His mother's children to this man, ages 4 and 6, were strangled. Everyone was horrified by these stories, but the emperor was all-powerful. Most, including myself, were too frightened to speak out against them. Okay, so having his half-brothers, step-brothers, I suppose, killed, strangled? No, not good. Despite his horrific brutality, for many years his rule was a great benefit to us all. No longer were there constant wars in this land. Okay, so this sounds good. No longer constant war. With a united land, there was no need for them. There was peace. The emperor also repaired. He repaired and built many roads and bridges, bringing the land together. Okay, this is all about infrastructure. Infrastructure, it's all that matters. Trade, roads and bridges, and sewage, and plumbing, and canals, and all right, Wi-Fi, it's infrastructure. Trade flourished, and many Chinese became wealthy and prosperous. Before Xi Ti, each area of China seemed to have a different writing system, different words for the same things, and many different laws, all descended with the coming of the emperor. The writing system, the language, the law were now all unified. There was peace and justice in the land. China was one and prosperous. It seemed their nation would forever rise in greatness. So this green is all good, but the emperor changed. The optimism we all had once felt slowly turned to terror. I guess this is bad. He began mass conscriptions. Conscriptions are basically like you're drafted. It's a nice way of saying slavery, but it's not permanent slavery. You're just grabbed and said, hey, you are now working for the emperor. Fathers, brothers, husbands were plucked up to work on His Majesty's projects. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I want you to finish this. Again, highlight in green things that are good. Highlight pink negative actions by this guy, Xi Ti, and go ahead up here and submit it. And that's your assignment for the day. Hope you're having a great Friday. I'll see you all on Tuesday, hopefully. I'm recording this a week earlier. I'm hoping on Tuesday we're all back together. Okay, talk to you guys soon, hopefully.